generally we say to go for the double opt-in, which means if somebody signs up for something, they know that they gave you their email address, even if they gave you their email address as a part of that purchase process. We do this internally at AWeber, and we also recommend it for people, but you definitely don't have to send an email saying, hey, you've been added to my email list. Click here to confirm. And then you know that person wants that email. And I would say that even when people are just making a purchase, definitely opt them into your email list and then allow them to say yes or no in their inbox. That's the best practice. But you can do a couple of other ways if you don't want to do that double opt-in, but you want to have the person only opt into your email list as long as you've added next to the form. Filling this out also means you're added to my email list, or maybe giving them the option at the time of purchase. Do you also want to opt into my email list? And doing stuff like that. That's just a good way to make sure you get everybody who wants to be on your list. Always give anybody who's engaged with yourself or your brand or whatever it is that you have the option to opt into your email list, but don't force them into it, because then, we run into people who just don't want to be on your email list.
Yeah, I think it's helpful to have a general philosophy about this, like the strategic vision for your interactions with your followers. And of course, consider when it's time to change that. This may not be what I should be saying in this interview, but my philosophy basically favors sales over email signups. I thought long and hard about adding that integration with PayHip, because if I run PayHip and I was about to buy a book, the direct sale thing is still a little bit uncomfortable for some readers. I think it's getting more comfortable, but it's not like going to a known platform and purchasing. There's a little bit, I think, more hesitance to get past. So I really debated about putting another barrier that they might get to that point and say, oh, I didn't realize that was going to happen. I'm not going to go back to that platform again. But if you have that philosophy in mind, then it makes it easier. You don't have to make that decision every time you encounter it. You just have to consider whether your philosophy in general needs to adjust.